Alright, so we're back and I obviously screwed something up. We have engines coming out here. It does look like we have plenty of blues now coming out. So let's go see what I screwed up and figure out how we're getting engines through there. Right there. That would be how we're getting engines in there. So we need to fix that. Hopefully we can move that to then put them there where they need to go. And that's going to give us a problem with that one, which we can easily fix by just throwing one of them right there. Except that doesn't take care of the fact that that one doesn't have one. Son of a gun. Alright, if I put that there and that there, that should fix that. Alright. So now I just gotta go get the engines off of that line. Means I'm gonna end up with a whole lot of science packs in my inventory I gotta get rid of. Hopefully that's it. We can just drop them in there. Alright, so anyways, today we're gonna start off with checking that out. So it looks like we might actually need to get more of those being made. Than what we have currently. I was planning on working on aluminum, which we are going to do. I wish this thing would hurry up and get empty. Let's go look and see here. So we don't need this anymore because those are out of there. Let's go ahead and run this down there. And we'll just put a few more of these in here. And then set them like that. There. That'll get us more of those being made. Now we just got to make sure that we have plenty of ceramics coming out, which it looks like we're pretty good. As soon as that starts taking off the other side, those kick in. Yeah, we should be good there. Alright, and aluminum's starting to get a little spotty, but it doesn't look too bad. We got plenty of ore, and well, what we're messing with today is going to give us even more. And it's mainly taking off of that one side, and that thing's running super fast. So we should even be able to change this out, and we'll change that out. That one's staying empty. But this one is not. It's finally getting down there. Alright, what about this one? That one's staying pretty daggone full. Alright, so let's just do that. That'll help to keep everything able to go out there. Let's see, can we change this back? Yeah, it's working it down there now. Alright, so we might actually have to put in another one of these shortly. And it looks like our advanced material processing 2 just got done. So now we can go ahead and let's get lubricant started, because we're going to need that for logistics 3 eventually, and our electric engines. So we're going to start that one. That is rocket fuel. We can start that soon. But for today, we're going to change over to the aluminum focused stone processing. So right now we have these set where it's doing iron, 1 copper, and 2 aluminum for every 10 stone. And if we look at FNEI here, at aluminum, we can do 8 stone to give us 2 aluminum, or we can do 10 stone that does 2 aluminum. Well, I don't really know why we want to do that, honestly. 2 extra stone equals 2 extra outputs. So if we changed it over to this one, unless it's faster, which these are plenty fast enough, I don't know why we'd want to do that. If it was, say, 6 stone versus 10, or if the iron and copper were a random chance, then I'd want to change over to this one. But with that being only 8 less stone, or 2 less stone, I don't really see a reason to change it. And we've already gone through and set up this thing here that's working great for keeping our iron and copper going. I don't see a reason to change it over, honestly. Now, I do think that we need to do this, since everything's coming off of that one side. We definitely should do that. And we should do that as well. But I definitely don't think we should change it over. If you guys see a reason to do it, let me know, but I don't see a reason to do it. Alright, so we took a look at that, decided against it. We're finally getting almost done with iron. For some reason, there's a little bit right here that we missed. 134 coal and 19 iron. So, barely any. And let's go ahead and get that sent up there. That'll take care of sorting it for us. The lubricant is finished. Let's go ahead and do this one so we can see what it unlocks. And let's go ahead and I'm going to make all 3 of those oil refineries that we can make. And we're going to look at our oil production down here. So currently our oil is going that way. But I want to take that out so it'll get empty. And we're going to put it down here instead. Alright, so we're going to do, we'll put it down to about here. And we have, okay, so we can do crude oil and steam, gives us 140 kerosene and 90 water. Or we can do 160 and 60 steam for 120 kerosene, 90 light oil, and 70 water. So we should definitely change this one over to do that. But the one we're worried about right now is this one, which is water and crude oil, and it'll give us 25 heavy oil, 45 light oil, and 55 petroleum. Right now we're doing 100 to 45. This is going to be 100 to 55. So we're going to get 10 units more of the petroleum gas along with oil and heavy and light oil. So we definitely want to do that. Alright, we'll leave a little bit of gap in between them. I'll end up moving these 2 down here as well. And we want to copy that over to those. Is this thing empty yet? Not quite. I'll wait for that to get empty and then I'll move that over to this side. I need to make the tanks. We're going to want 1 for each of the fluids we have coming out of here. And let's look at FNEI right now. So our heavy fuel, our heavy oil, we can turn straight into lubricant. We can crack it into light oil with water. And then we can make it into solid fuel. Or we can mix coal and steam with it eventually. And that'll give us extra heavy oil out, light oil, and petroleum, because that's considered coal liquefaction. So it's using the oil to help break down the coal with some steam. Okay, so for right now, we'll probably be mainly using it for light oil and solid fuel, 20 to 1 for that. So then the light oil, we can crack it down to petroleum gas. We can do it 10 for 1 solid fuel, so less than the heavy. We can use it and solid fuel to make that rocket fuel we were just looking at. rocket fuel has a burnable fuel value of 100 mj, and it does 180%, 115% for acceleration and top speed, where the solid fuel itself is only 12.12 mj, 120, 105. So this is way better on fuel value. So maybe we'll set up making, I think we'll probably crack all of our heavy fuel down. Since this takes 20 to do one, and we can crack 40 down to 30, and then it only takes 10 to do that. I think we'll probably break all of our heavy fuel down to light, oil that we don't use for lubricant. So we're going to need a lubricant tank as well. So I need some more iron plates. Is this finally empty? Almost. Now let me go and get some more iron plates. We can make another tank. And that is awful spotty. Oh, it's because it's at the end of the run. Okay. So we got a train coming back. At least we should have a train coming back. I need to get a thing down there so I can see it. Alright, so this is now empty. We can take that out of there. And that tank is almost empty. So that's good. We're going to put this right here. Take that out of there. And we can put it in right here. And then we need oil in on these. We can do this. We don't need that one. Alright, so that'll take care of the oil. Move that down to there. And that'll take the last of the oil we had. Alright, and then we're going to take these out of here. If I do this, it should put the oil back into the pipe, which will go over there. Then I can pull these out of here. These are empty. So we can pop that out of there. And we'll hook that back up in just a bit. Alright. We'll work on that in a minute. So let's go ahead and we can just run this down like that. And across to each one of those. Like so. And then we want, we'll do petroleum, we'll do light, I'm trying to keep them off of the same plane as the other one. So we'll go like that. We're going to move this one over to there. And then for this one, we'll put the heavy, we'll say right here. And then we got two more of these, which will put one on that side and one on that side. Which, I may use one of them for kerosene, but we'll see. No, I think I'm going to use them all for this. Alright, so let's hook these up. And I'm actually going to do that so I can walk through there. I should be able to do that and it not lose me any oil, I hope. And then we'll go there. This one over to here. And down to there. That and that. Alright, so other than this one and this one, we should be good. And we can just put one of these in between each, and that'll take care of that. And we'll just drop this down and into there. And so now we're getting all three of our oil products here. Our fission stage has gotten done, and that's going to give us crushing. That is going to let us make crushed energy crystals, crushed lithium, crushed coal, and crushed stone. Not quite sure what any of those are used for, but let's go ahead and get it started. And give me a minute, I'm going to run up and grab some more pipes, and I'll be right back with you. Alright, so let's pipe this up here. So we're going to have 1, 2, and 3 coming out of each one of them. And then we'll have this run into there. We'll have this. Oops, wrong one. That. And then we want that running into here. So we need to move this over to there. And then over on this one, we'll have this running into there. So then all we got to do is connect these across each one of these and then hook them up accordingly. Alright, so now we'll do the same with the light oil. And the same with the heavy. There. And that'll get all of them able to run. So we now have 2.7, 2.2, and 1.3. And first thing we need to do is run this one out over this direction. And let's change that. Well, we need to get that pipe up to here. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to put this in, say, here. Connect it like that. And I really hate when it does that. And then we run that over there. And now we'll have our petroleum gas going back up, and our plastic and our sulfur production can start back up again. And then we haven't done the rocket fuel yet. We're going to do that after we get that one done. So for right now, we need to set up. We need. I need to make a couple more of those. So let me grab some green circuits, which means we're going to be able to change this off of running on coal, because coal only has a fuel value of 4. We're going to be able to take it up to solid fuel. Same with that one. Okay. Let's just make... I think I'm going to go ahead and set up a thing up there to make our chem stations. I don't usually do it, but it seems like we need an awful lot of them. So I think I'm going to go ahead and auto-craft them. So let's do our cracking down here. So actually the first thing we need to do, get this out of the way, is we need to set this one up for making lubricant. So that's just going to take heavy, so we can just run that straight into there, and that will do our lubricant. And then we're going to take our tank here, and we'll put it right there, and then we'll connect that up to there. And now just grab another one of these and pull us some power down here, and we can do that. And that'll go ahead and start making us lubricant and filling this up. Now for this one, we want to do 2 of them. No. What am I thinking? I want this one. Yeah, let's take that one out. Actually, I'm going to take that one out. So we're going to do this. And then we're going to put this one over here, which is actually going to go this direction. and we want that one for cracking into light fuel. So we're going to set that up like that. And we actually need to make sure we have plenty of lubricant. So we need to make a pump because that's the only thing I believe that we can check. Unless I'm missing something. We need to put this in here. So we actually should put it like there. Could actually put it off of there too. But no, I think I'm going to put it off of here. So we'll take that out. And we'll put it there. And then we'll put the pump in here, which will pump over to there. But we're going to tell that to check the content of that tank. So if lubricant, where in the hell is lubricant in this? Oh, down here. Okay, so if lubricant is greater than, what do you say, 20K? Then it'll turn it on. Right now it's not on. Disabled by control behavior. So if we do this, and we give that some power, it's going to turn on once we give it water, but that is not going to do anything. Good, that's what we want. And I think I might just run a new water line up for down here. But then we're going to send this into that tank. So it'll keep, well, I'm going to have to do a pump for that one as well. Because we don't want this to run if this is close to full, because we want all of these to run all the time, if possible. But we can also break our light fuel down to petroleum, right? Yeah, we can break light fuel down to petroleum. So we need one of these, which we'll put, say, here. This is going to be for our solid fuel. We can make, we use 10 there, we use 20 there, and 20 there. So yeah, we definitely want to use the light fuel for the solid. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to run this one off of here. Let's make another pump. While we're in here, make a couple more of those. Then we'll do that. And we'll send this into that tank. But we'll tell this one to not run this unless this one is below, we'll say again, 20K. So we can just copy that one to that one. So now that won't run unless we have plenty of room in there. And then this one is going to be making our solid fuel. So we're going to need this to pull it out of there. We can do that. And then we need to send that where it needs to go. And then we can put another one of these, say, here. And this one will be our cracking down to petroleum. We need to move that over a bit. We can put it right there. Then we'll do it like that. And then that. And go over there from... No, wait a minute. No, wait a minute. We need to do the same thing here. We're going to need another pump that's going to send that over to here. And again, we're going to set it that it will not turn on unless this tank is under 20K. Now we do need to change all of these. So that needs to be petroleum. This one needs to be light. And that one is our lubricant. Now I may actually do a AND gate later, so to make sure that this one is getting enough. But I got to remember how to do that. I did it a while back. I think I can remember. But basically we want to make sure that we have solid fuel and room for it to go in there before this one turns on. But we'll deal with that down the road if we need to. So right now I just need to get the water into here and into here. We have water here, which is coming from all the way up there. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just make a new one. So give me a minute, I'll get that hooked up, and we'll come back and see how this works. Be right back. Alright, so I got my water line ran up here. So now we just need to get it hooked up. There's that one. Now this can start cracking into our light fuel, which should not be able to run. Why is it running? Because that is over. So we need, if it's, wait a minute. That one is disabled because that is below 20. Oh, it's backwards. Gotcha. Okay, so we need this. So it's disabled by the condition, not enabled by the condition. Gotcha. Okay. So that will not make light oil unless that tank is below 20. Gotta remember this. Alright. So then we need this up here. And then that will be able to run as soon as we give it power. And we need to set this one the opposite way. So now that will run as long as that is almost empty, which it is, which should allow most of these to start running. We need to get the line for our fuel up here until we get our rocket fuel done, which, speaking of, our crush thing is done. Let's go ahead and get that done, or at least started. That's going to give us industrial glass and oil processing facility. This is going to give us different stuff. Okay, well, we may not be running this for too long then. But at least we got it set up. So for right now, we're going to run this over like this. And across right here. And we're going to change that and that over to that and that. And we're going to take all of that coal out of there, and all of that coal out of there. So then our solid fuel can go in, except we're not making enough to keep up with this thing filling. So hopefully it doesn't have to take off too soon. Let's just take these 14 out and put them into this one. That'll be enough to make it last until it gets back up here. Alright, so this is running just fine. Our light oil is full. Our petroleum is fine at the moment. And they should kick on as we use up more of that light. We may have to put in a few more of these cracking if we end up with a problem, but as of right now, we've got plenty, so I'm not going to worry about it. So that is our basic advanced, and we'll come back next time and check out the crushing stuff we just did, and probably get started on the industrial glass and the processing facility to see how that's going to work differently than what we have here. And I'm starting to think we might need to find a different place for getting our stone, because I'm thinking we might be running out down there. I will take a look at that and we'll deal with that in a later episode. I will see you guys later. Have a good one.